and we're back for another doll chat.
Surprise!
Robin got really excited. We had all this paper everywhere, and she's like, I'm gonna throw it. For continuing our far, I got like so frazzled with all the paper. Talking about more Monster High stuff for our Monster High week. And this particular episode, we wanted to talk about something that we kind of were just sitting here going, what are we going to talk about? And I was like, oh my god, Robin, you're a genius, as always. And we're going to talk about characters who we feel like are either unappreciated or have not experienced that much doll time or even airtime for that reason on whether it's a webisode or a movie, or characters that we feel like have somewhat not kind of like drifted away. And then as we talk about this, if you guys think of any other characters that we haven't listed today, please comment below, because we're sitting here thinking we listed off a bunch, but we're like, we know we're missing some.
Yeah. And we get there's like tons of Monster High characters, so like obviously they can't make a doll of everything or put everybody in everything. And so we get that like they come in cycles of certain characters, but these are just a few that we picked out that are like
that stood out, I guess, to us, you know, because, I mean, one thing, like, we obviously love our core girls when they're, you know, like, Draculaura and Frankie and Claudine, but one thing that we've noticed is that, like, some lines, it's like, I'm tired of seeing Frankie, Draculaura, and Claudine all the time.
Like, I was actually, like, one line, just to try it, that none of them were in. Just one.
Yeah, to see, like, how it kind of goes.
It doesn't have to be, like, for a movie or anything, just, like, one line where it's, like, different characters, like, usually they always have at least one of those three, but this one, just none of them.
So what we're going to do now is just list a few characters that we feel like either have not enough dolls or not enough, like, airtime. You know, one or the other.
Okay, you know what? I take it back. The dance class line did not have Frankie or Draculaura or Claudine in it. It had Howling and Laguna. And those are kind of like
now becoming her.
Yeah, well, Laguna was always part of the original 5, so I do say they did make a line like that didn't have any of them. So
wow, that was good. No, I didn't think about that. No, see, like, again, this is more like, now that there's so much coming out, we had to really think about
I know, this show's gonna be like, this character wasn't anything. Oh, wait a minute. No.
So one thing, like for example, we'll just, I guess, talk from this side to the other. Like, we picked out a couple dolls here that stood out to us. So Sirena Von Boo actually was in two films.
What, Zombie Shake?
Huh?
Zombie Shake didn't have one in original 5.
Yeah, but they only really made 2 packs with that, though.
Yeah, but it was still a line.
Alright, Chase, we can correct us, you cannot. You just, do what
Chase is trying to do commenting while we're in the...
Hashtag Meanie Head.
Chase is gonna have so many hashtags with his name in it. So one character that we want to talk about right now is Sirena Von Boo, how she was in 2 major films back to back, but only had 1 doll.
Now, I guess since she's a ghost,
and a mermaid,
can you remake her in a ghost line without making her the same doll? Maybe that's why. I have yet to see Haunted. I know it's terrible, so I don't know like how big of a role she played in it.
Pretty decent.
Okay, so you would think she would get a doll, but there was 4 dolls? 4 new characters? 3 new characters?
Yeah, a bunch of new characters. I mean, everybody from Vandala to River Styx to Porter. I mean, there was a bunch of new people, and they made a bunch of new dolls, and they also made, like, Twyla, Draculaura, Claudine, of course, you know, all the same girls and stuff like that. But Sirena was a pretty big character in it, and she's only had the 1 doll from the Freaky Fusion line. So that was, like, one thing that we thought was kind of like, 1 doll to even be in 2 major films, like, back-to-back, and only have 1 doll, but yet they'll make... you know, Draculaura in every single, like, new movie and character and all this other stuff. So I thought that was kind of, like, interesting how they didn't do something different with her. Which would have been hard, but would have been interesting to see them maybe put her in a new outfit or something, you know? Like, or maybe add something to her, or change her hair a little bit. But they literally left her exactly the same. And in the webisodes that she's been in, because she's been in a few, she's exactly the same. So I thought that was kind of weird. So, comment, what do you think about Sirena so far? And then one character that, I mean, she has not received enough love. And until now, the new Boo York line, where she finally has a new doll, which I'm so happy about, is, of course, Cleo's big sister, which everyone, you know, I mean, I've heard some reasons why Nefera hasn't had more dolls is because a lot of viewers thought she didn't get a lot of positive feedback, like she was a little too mean on the show. So they kind of stepped back from producing a lot of her dolls. I thought the opposite. I thought she was awesome and sassy and kind of like...
She also doesn't go to the school, so maybe that's why. Like, she's kind of like a special character. Like, the teacher, they only made 1 doll, and like, that, you know, I'm fine with that.
And the teacher's on the show a lot. You
Yeah.
know?
So Nefera, I feel like, is like, oh, we're lucky we got a doll of her because
I know,
she's
but
like...
she's so gorgeous, and I love the height difference, which I thought you guys have probably seen how she is older, so she is a bigger doll. But I'm like, I don't know, like since it's Cleo's sister, you think that she maybe would have stood out a little bit more. So I'm really excited that they made actually a new one of her for Boo York, and especially since from a collector standpoint, and from the doll point, not just from the show, that she was so hard to find, and I mean, still hard to find. Like, good luck on eBay, you know.
Because you bought this out of the box too, right?
Yeah. I actually got it for Christmas gift, out of the box. But I was happy with it because I wanted her regardless. I didn't care if she was out of the box. So I mean, that's one thing that I feel like. Again, she's not like an unappreciated character. It's just like a character that was like there at the beginning, but that just kind of was like non-existent until at least the new New York movie. So which
has just come out.
So that was kind of exciting. So I want to share that with her. Who do I want to do next? Golia. Okay, so here's another doll that we feel like isn't part of the main.
Is over.
Not over. I
would
feel like
she's one of the original 6. Like she was after the 5. She was.
But I feel like for a while there, they were hardcore and pushing. Like they had Dead Tired. They had like this one, which I redressed by the way.
One.
She was part of the
Roller Maze.
Roller Maze. Thank you. Part of Scarus. Like they made a Scarus doll of her. She was in Adopted Dance. I'm looking at my dolls, by the way. If you guys are wondering what I'm staring at, like what am I looking at here? I mean, like they made a lot of her dolls. Sweet Screams, and then all of a sudden I feel like now they've slowed down a little bit on her. Same way with Abbey, they've slowed down a little bit. So I feel like either are they slowing down because they mass produced so many of like her in every line and they're slowing down a little bit, or has she lost popularity? That's another thing too. Comment about that. Like why have they reduced, do you think? Or have they stopped because they're making so many other new characters that they gotta stop?
Someone's gotta go.
Because they have to make all these new dolls. I love Golia. Like, she's one of my favorites. Like, our friend Lacey, who has not been in any of our videos in a long time. We miss you, Lacey, if you're watching this. I mean, like, this is her favorite character. And I feel like, I don't know, like, I feel like it's kind of... I like her. I think she's hilarious on the show. Same way with Abbey, but I feel like they've halted a little bit because they were pumping out so many at the beginning, and now they don't make so many. Why?
Maybe it's just a cycle. Like, we've seen an influx in Cleo dolls. Like that.
Yeah, Cleo goes up and down.
Yeah. Spectra too. I think there's been quite a few. Granted, the Haunted movie came out,
there's been quite a few of Spectra recently too. I feel like a lot. So I don't know. Like I wanted to like that'd be kind of interesting to do like Monster High research. Like the popularity of the doll goes up and down. Like how many they produce. Like I mean that would be really. Man, hire me Mattel for this research. I would love to study this research. That'd be a lot of fun.
People.
I know, but it'd be more fun if we did it.
Of course it would.
And here's another doll that I'm basing this opinion more on like the webisodes and the movies. Like I love Scararah, and they have me quite a few of her dolls. Like there's a couple like obviously this is from the 5-pack. They have her from her original one, which was from the Comic-Con, and then they had the Isle of Fashion one, and there's a new one coming out as well. But it's like my only thing is like.
Do you have a lab one?
She's.
No.
Science lab?
No.
Oh.
Her Isle of Fashion one, she was like in a lab coat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it looked like a lab coat, but it was more like a raincoat, I think.
Yeah.
It was kind of like a white lab coat. It was weird. Which was everywhere for the longest time until they went on clearance. But one thing about her, though, I think I love her accent, and I love her character on the show, but I feel like they haven't really done a lot with her in movies. Like, she hasn't been
they haven't explored her character a lot. Like, so she'll show up in a movie here or there, or episode for like a little bit, and that's it.
And that's it. Yeah, like she's here for like a second. She's like, I'm scared, and then gone.
Yeah, so I feel like they used her character as more of a device, which is fine, to for another character to achieve something. Like, oh, we need to know what this person's thinking, or blah blah, or all kinds of stuff. Or in 13 Wishes, she read all the people's minds to see who was against Howleen and stuff like that because they told her to. So then she was gone, and then you never saw from her again.
Yeah, so I felt like that was kind of weird. How it's like she's there, but not there. You know what I mean? Like she's not that powerful.
Here's another doll I just thought about, and the reason why is because they're both originally Comic-Con exclusives. Is the spider girl, Widona. Huh?
Widona spider.
Yes. So I feel like having them start off as like Comic-Con exclusives, like probably is why it took so long for them to then become like general dolls. Because then their second, like the next one, the first like main release Scararah was the Isle of Fashion one. I believe the spider girl named Widona was also the Isle of Fashion her. was the first main release one, and both of those are actually pretty easy to find. Like, you can walk in Toys R Us and find either one of them. So I feel like because of the fact that like the first of them were, I wouldn't say ridiculously hard, because if you want it, you can get it. But like expensive, so probably it's like limited. And so they mass produced the I Love Fashion ones of them because like, oh, people are going to want it because it's the first one you can get your hands on. But they probably overestimated how many they needed.
Yeah, see, that's one thing like it makes me sad. It's like I kind of want them to make a character, like I feel like I connect more with the character and want to buy it more if I see it in a film first. Which they actually are doing the opposite this year for the Comic-Con. Do you see the new pictures for the new Comic-Con? Like, they're doing like Valentino, the vampire boy looking one with the pink and that one from Dracula the Sweet 1600. And then they're putting Wisp with it, which is, remember the evil genie copy of her? Yeah.
That's cool, because I really wanted a doll of her.
Yeah, like, where was all the evil characters from 13 Wishes?
I know.
I would have bought every single one of those. Like, I was so sad. And that's another thing, too, I was talking about a little bit of, like, the dolls versus, like, what's in the show. I would have loved evil characters from 13 Wishes, and they never did anything with that.
I know. And then there's something like Gulia and Cleo's dress, like their party dress was like stunning, and like why did they not make a doll? Even if it was like a limited edition or a store exclusive, I went to the store. All right, Mattel.
I would have gone.
Mattel, look at me. Focus on me. I think you should do like a collector's line, which I guess you're kind of going in the direction of Monster High dolls, like how you have the black label, all Barbie collector ones. Do it with Monster High dolls, and people like me who have some extra money here and there, we'll probably spend it on your dolls. Just saying.
I mean, that's an interesting concept too. Like,
let's get on the same page.
What do you guys think? I mean, for the average collector, a lot of these are, $20, easy to get. But I would like to see, I agree, like a high-end doll like that. Maybe isn't on a TV show particularly,
start a new Monster High collecting category, because
instead of like the pink label Barbies, it could be like
the black label.
Well, yeah, they were the black label, or like the gorgeous label or something, the gorgeous line or something, and have like a higher weight
blood red level. I don't know.
That would be interesting.
Or we also have to remember that these dolls in particular are targeted for children, so that's why the price point has to stay below a certain point so that your parents will buy it for you. But like I said, adults who like Monster High, and there's a lot of us out there, would probably spend money on some nice looking dolls.
Oh yeah, I have to definitely agree with the dolls and the webisodes and the movies. Like, after all the stuff that we've discussed in this doll chat episode, I'd have to say it's a good 50-50 when it comes to, do kids buy these and they make their parents buy them, or are these toy collectors? I'd have to say it's 50-50, because just being in this community in YouTube and like just doll collecting in general, there's a lot of adults that buy a lot of these Monster High dolls. I think more adults are probably, like, who collect them themselves, are funding Monster High right now. So, like I said, through all this chatting that we've been doing today, definitely comment below, what do you guys think? I know we've probably not discussed a lot of characters that are unappreciated, whether it's a doll or a webisode TV character. But like I said, comment below, let us know who we've missed, because I'm definitely interested to see what you guys feel. And again, this is all based off of our own opinions, but let me know if you agree or disagree with any of the stuff that we said today. And follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, as always. I know you guys always hear me say that. And make sure to subscribe to our circle, unless you're already a subscriber. Then tell your friends to subscribe. Thanks for watching, you guys.